Turned On Women's Circle last night, and it was amazing. And one of the topics that came up was this concept of like, the people I'm attracted to aren't approaching me, or I'm going after the men that I want, right? And I think this is really common if you're a woman out there dating. And I just want to say too, I know a lot of my content's kind of heteronormative, like man and woman. I'm working on making it less heteronormative. It's just the context I come from. So I'm gonna use the words masculine and feminine as much as I can, knowing that we have both inside of us. So, okay, imagine you're the feminine partner, right? Or the woman or whatever, and you want a man, and you're at a bar or a coffee shop. Insert your favorite place to meet people here. And you see someone you want across the room, right? Like usually there's one of two ways that women will respond. The first one is she'll sit and hope that he notices her, right? Like, just sit and read my book, or I'll just sit and look around and hope he notices me. Or the other one is she goes and talks to him if she's feeling quite like confident and brave, right? And so these are like what I would call, the first one is sitting and waiting is like passivity. So put that over here. And then the going to talk to him is like active pursuit. And we see that these are like kind of our only two options as a woman or a feminine person looking for a man, a masculine person. But I actually think there's something in between that is really powerful, which is active reception. And so this is what it looks like. So I want you to think, and I'm going to say the words masculine and feminine. When I say masculine, know that I mean the energy that's like going for what you want, like goal-oriented, ambitious, achievement, all of that. That's like our masculine side, right? And our feminine side is the emotions, the intuition, the connectedness, all of that. And we have both, but we usually have a home base. Hi, Jess. Yeah, just say hey if you're joining. I'd love to hear who's here and what questions come up. It's so funny. This video is kind of aimed at women, and there's all men joining, but I love that men want to know this too. Okay, so the feminine partner sees someone they like at the bar. Usually they either are passive or an active pursuit. And what I would say is there's actually a spot in between of active reception. And we've never really been taught this, because I think if we look at our society, we still live in a patriarchy. A lot of the patriarchy is like, go for what you want, or like, pretend you don't really want it, right? So there's a lot of like messaging around like, go after the things you want, which is amazing. And I would say when it comes to dating, that's like the masculine way to date. If you literally think about our bodies and our like sexual organs, the masculine body goes for what he wants, right? It's a forward movement. The feminine body, she opens and invites. And that's the same energy you can bring into all interactions when you're dating, not even just sexually. So what is active reception? Let me know if that makes sense, by the way, in the comments. Like, is this resonating? Does this make sense? Any questions coming up? Okay, so active reception, the first and most important thing for active reception is feeling your own desire for the other person. So back to the bar scene, you see a cute guy across the room. Can you feel where in your body seeing him lights you up? Maybe it's like a warmth across your chest, or maybe it's butterflies in your stomach, or maybe it's like a heat in your like hips and genitals. Like, where does being around this person light you up? Where are you feeling the desire to talk to that person, to interact with them? Right, so feel that. And then let your body show that. So some telltale signs of a woman with desires, like her cheeks will flush, she might like giggle nervously, her chest might flush, her eyes might widen, she might have more open mouth. So these are some things like body signs of desire. So if you're the woman in active reception, can you feel your desire for this person before you even talk to them, and let it show through your body? Let yourself be turned on by this man, this person, before you even talk. That's the first thing. The second thing is invite him in with a mix of directness and coyness. So if the masculine way to date is to go for what you want, to do the approach, the feminine way is to like invite. And this can look like any number of things. It could be like, the classic dating thing of like, look at them and then look away and then look back and then look away, which actually works. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend giving it a try. It feels kind of funny, but it does. Another way is just to kind of like smile shyly at him. Like, another one is to turn your body towards him. Another one is to like glance over in his direction, and he will notice that you are open. Men can feel when women are like open for contact, to be approached, to be communicated with, whatever. And so instead of just sitting around hoping he notices you, you can actively invite him through your body. So this is not through words, it's just through like eye contact, smiles, turning your chest towards him, turning your hips towards him. These are signs for him to see that like, oh, she wants to be approached. Yeah, Jess says glance, exactly. So as the woman, you can show through your body. And the thing about women too is like, women are like PhDs in body language study. Like in general, women are really good at picking up each other's body language. Men tend to use more literal words. And so you might think you're inviting him in with this mix of direct and coyness, but he might just see coyness. And so you might need to be a little more overt than feels comfortable. Like hold eye contact for like 3 seconds and smile and see what happens. Or like really like open and be like, towards him. And you don't have to approach him. You don't even have to move. I wouldn't even move from your chair. I would just stay exactly where you are and let him come to you. And then the last thing about active reception is responding with pleasure to his action. So if he does come over and talk to you, or if he does smile, or if he does like buy you a drink or whatever, can you let that impact you and like let yourself be delighted by it? Becomes a be like, right? Like just like, woo, ooh. Let yourself be impacted. You don't have to be stoic. You don't have to be like, I'm cool, calm, and collected. Cool as a cucumber. You don't even impact me. No, it's okay to be like hot and awkward and flushed and turned on and don't know what to say. And that's sexy. It's real. It's like, wow, your presence is powerful and it's impacting me. Whew. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Right, so the third thing about active reception is letting his actions impact you, letting it feel pleasurable in your body. Okay. Does that make sense? And let me know if it does. Just to recap, we're talking about how to do active reception, like how to actively receive men's attention. And the 3 things: feeling it and showing your desire through your body, inviting him in with directness and coyness, and then responding with pleasure to his actions. So when I brought this up at my circle, some of the women were like, I don't do that because it feels scary. And I so feel you. It is incredible. Active reception is incredibly vulnerable because you don't know how they're going to respond, right? Like you might look over and flirt and show how much you want him, and he might totally walk right by you. It makes sense, right? And there's no certainty. There's a certain amount of like control or certainty we women, myself included, get by like going up and talking to a man. It feels more like we're in charge, we're taking control. To sit and want and wait can feel so tender. And I would say that that's powerful. Like that tenderness is exquisitely beautiful and exquisitely powerful. So I get that it feels more safe to go for what we want, but here's the thing. If you like choose active pursuit of a man or a masculine person, the only thing you're taking on the masculine pole. So the only thing he can respond with is like passivity, basically like, okay, cool. She wants to take me out on a date. And so the thing about masculine and feminine energies is you can only be like, if there's 2 of you, one will be in masculine and one will be in feminine. Meaning if a woman approaches a man with the masculine, I'm going to go get him or ask him out, he will go into feminine mode. just by default. And that kind of approach will repel men that have a strong masculine essence. Jess says, men love direct. Yeah, I think that they love direct surrender, where it's like they know that she's interested, they know she's inviting him, and like he still gets to lead. He still gets to lead the interaction. That's my experience. Let me know, Jess, if that's been yours or if there's something different in your experience. Yeah, and the other thing is like, so that's what active pursuit can repel men. Passivity can feel really disempowering. You're just like sitting around waiting to be chosen by a dude. When I'm like, that doesn't feel very empowering for us. And so I think active reception is that like, you're still owning what you want, you're still inviting in what you want, and you're letting go of the results. Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's it. Just drop some comments below, like what questions come up, what thoughts, any insights. I would love to hear from you around this. And if you are stuck in dating, if you're a woman or a man, I would love to chat. I help people see what's blocking them from having deep love, and I help them dismantle it so that they can have deep, profound love and hotter sex. And I have 2 one-on-one spots open right now. So if you want that, send me a note and we can explore. All right, hope you have an amazing rest of your day.